All right, another news for you tonight. Attorneys for a death row inmate continue pressing their case tonight, saying new evidence warrants a new trial.
Yeah, the very latest arguments come decades after Jeffrey Wogenstall was convicted of killing a 10-year-old girl. And WLWT News 5's Todd Dykes live at the Hamilton County Courthouse with the very latest. Todd.
Yeah, Mike and Sheree, the evidence at the heart of Jeff Wogenstall's latest appeal isn't necessarily new, but as attorneys say, defense teams in the past didn't have access to it, which they say is a serious problem.
In late 1991, Amber Garrett disappeared from her home in Harrison. Her body was later discovered in Bright, Indiana. Eyewitnesses claim they saw Amber with Jeff Wogenstall after she went missing. 2 years later, a jury found Wogenstall guilty of killing the 10-year-old Garrett. He was sentenced to death. Today, witness statements only recently shared with Wogenstall's attorneys prompted this memory and identification expert to question what people told police 3 decades ago and how long it took them to recall certain things.
I would question the reliability of that.
Throughout the course of those decades, more and more evidence has come forward.
Sarah Gelsomino is Wogenstall's lead attorney.
Evidence that we uncovered just a mere matter of weeks ago from the Indiana State Police. For the first time, we found these police reports, or they were finally given to us, that impugn each of those eyewitness statements.
Amber Garrett's dad, Robert, who's been a fixture during Wogenstall's unsuccessful appeals in the past, disagrees with the defense team's assessment of the case.
They're just grasping at straw. Why? Why do I have to do this? Why do they have to do this to me and my family and the public? And they know he's guilty.
Gelsomino feels for Robert Garrett and his family, even though she's convinced Wogenstall will be found not guilty if Judge Christian Jenkins grants a new trial.
The victims of crimes are victims of wrongful convictions, for sure, because now 30 years later, this poor family has to relive all of this.
Now, a decision about a new trial is still several weeks away. Defense attorneys plan to call another expert witness to the stand during the next hearing, which is scheduled for November 15th. Reporting live downtown, Todd Dykes, WLWT News 5.
Hey, Todd, we covered this case extensively when Amber Garrett disappeared. A question a lot of people have is Jeff Wogenstall is not the killer, then who would be?
Yeah, Mike, that's a question that really is intricately woven into the new evidence that we're calling new. It's old evidence, but just only recently shared with defense attorneys. Sarah Gelsomino, the lead attorney there, says that it's a common thread in what they've discovered from what people told police back in 1991 was that Amber was with a dark-haired man who was wearing glasses and had a beard. Gelsomino says that's something defense attorneys didn't know until now, and it's a description that did not match what Wogenstall looked like back at the time. Mike?
All right, Todd.